Good morning and welcome once again to Career Counseling Online. Hopefully, all of you are doing good, um, safe and sound at home. And today, we are going to talk about one aspect to keep your employees within the organization. It is also many a times recommended as a tool to control attrition. Yes, we are talking about recognition and rewarding the productive people in your organization. Now, in a time when we are surrounded by people who are being ruled by this thought that an extra word or extra effort as put forward in a work is not really worth it, the theory of productivity and the theory of reward and recognition comes in. Had it been that anybody and everybody who's into the process are reviewed equally in term irrespective of their productivity, irrespective of their deliverables, it would have been a very mundane working culture. It would have been let's say, very lazy working culture. But what we see in major organizations are they HR policies are getting remodeled, restructured, and realigned to bring in more and more productive people to the surface, to bring forward the management, those who are putting an extra effort. So, when you are an employee, you are putting your effort, you are going an extra mile, thinking about the process, involving yourself, improving the process, and delivering more than what was expected. There is but expectation in the mind to get a certain recognition. When the employees feels recognized, what happens is they feel much more connected to the organization. They believe that they are bringing more tangible change in the organization. What happens that is the employees feels as contributors. They feel a part of the organization and they can immediately correlate their growth to the growth of the organization. Now, this is very important. Why? Because that is one way to keep your employees motivated. That is one way to keep your employees within the organization, control the attrition, and at the same time, the expansion, the growth cannot be always done with new resources. The existing resource that an organization has lays the foundation to the future success of the organization. So here we are going to talk about reward and recognition in any organization, the procedure to follow, and how it should go. So when an employee is putting up an extra effort, is understanding the process, is going ahead and putting up that effort to improve the existing process or develop new processes to bring in more business to the organization, the business should keep in note the CEO, the director, or the department head. It is one of the policies, it should be one of their prime policies to make a note of all those employees who are going extra mile, who are delivering more than what was expected out of them. They should also keep a note of all those employees who are putting up their opinions across the meeting room, because when they are putting up an opinion and when that is considered, they feel motivated, they feel connected, and they feel that they are initially a part of the growing procedure, that they are making the organization grow. So it is one of the prime responsibility of the CEO, of the director, of the manager, or the team leader, or the department head to keep a note of all those who are putting forward an extra effort in understanding the difficulties, the challenges of the process, and they are going extra mile, trying to improve the process, and also trying to regain the customer loyalty and work on customer experience, because those are the employees who are understanding the core spirit of your business. See, an organization is here not to only earn for its employees. The basic purpose of the organization is to earn profit and revenue for its founders, for its stakeholders, for its shareholders, right? So in that case, it is but obvious that the first, you know, point of view or point of consideration for any organization would be their profit or their revenue making, and that is nothing wrong about it. When these organizations make a profit or a revenue, the employees associated with this organization gets a better chance, better growth, and a better career perspective. So it's like a mutual symbiosis wherein both the employers and the employees are depending on each other for their own growth. So for the employees, if they are really looking forward to a growth, they need to work very hard in terms of making the organization grow, in terms of making the management understand what they are bringing to the table on behalf of the organization, what they are doing for the organization to grow for the next couple of years. So this is one way wherein the employer sees the organization as a scope of the growth, and this is also one way wherein the organization should take the opportunity of recognizing those productive people. They should keep a note of all those people who are putting up a suggestion, who are working hard, who are working towards improvement of the existing process, towards delivering a better customer experience, towards carrying forward the spirit of the organization. So keeping note of those kind of productive people is one of a mandatory responsibility of the director or the head or the manager or the team leader. Now, along with that, we come to this next option, which is the managers or the head of the departments or the directors should always look for new opportunities. What we mean by that? New opportunities for the employees. See, the thing is, when an employee is in a position for a long period, the person is bound to feel stagnated. Now, when that stagnation happens, that many a times we have seen brings ahead, brings before boredom. The employees do not feel connected, the employee do not feel contributive, and the employee feels that they are not being able to completely utilize their skills, either for the betterment of their own career or the betterment of the organization. Now, when that happens, what generally happens is the employees starts getting, literally say, disconnected, and they start looking for opportunities outside the organization. This is also why the employees, we have seen from big organizations leaving big organizations, irrespective of a nice perk, nice salary, nice health benefit, and so on. What was happening in the employee's mind was he wanted to contribute more. He wanted his skills to be utilized. He wanted to go ahead and make substantial changes and be recognized as one of the history maker along with the history of the organization. See, the board of directors or the stakeholders or the shareholders can think, plan, but the point of execution is always on these employees. Now these employees also feel so very connected with this organization that when they cannot utilize their skill towards making a new episode in the history of the organization, they feel not useful, they feel not contributive, and they get into a kind of mental haze wherein they believe that nothing is going to happen in this organization. I'm not doing any good to my career, neither I'm able to do any good to this organization, because had I been able to do it, I would have been recognized, I would have been promoted, I would have been given more responsibilities. So the thing is, the organizations, the heads, the directors, the CEOs, the managers and the business heads and the department heads needs to look for new opportunities, new ventures which are opening up within the organization, and they need to realign those resources who have been noticeably putting a lot of effort, who have been very productive past couple of quarters, who have been putting up a lot of ideas, who have been attending all the brainstorming sessions, and these people should be given new opportunities by the organization in terms of new ventures, in terms of new designation, in terms of new projects. Now when that happens, they start believing that the organization is counting on me. That is the reason when this new project came up, they have handed it over to me, because somehow my skill sets they have recognized, and I'm sure that they have realigned my skill sets with what was required for the new project, and that they are counting on me. See, when that happens, that is the biggest recognition that the employee can ever think of. Now when they feel a part of the growth process, they start making themselves accountable, they start believing that, and when they feel accountable themselves, there can be no bigger motivation from that. So the heads of the business, the directors, the CEOs, the business heads, the department heads, they need to constantly look for new opportunities. They need to create new opportunities, new product line developing, new process developing, or new streamlining of the existing process happening. They should be first giving preference to this productive individuals or employees who have been putting up a lot of effort, because they somehow still believe that a lot of change can happen, that a lot of growth is there, that a lot of prosperity is going to happen within this organization, and above all, they believe in the spirit of continuity of the business. Now when these people are given new responsibilities, new job profiles, new ventures, they put extra effort in the sense that they make themselves accountable for that project. And there can be no better motivation for any employee apart from this, and there can be no better scope for employees to motivate their employees like this. The employers needs to look out for new positions, needs to create new job roles, new product lines, new process, new development of their existing product, existing process, and so on. So when these resources are constantly giving new responsibility, they somehow feel that they are being counted upon, that the organization trusts on their effort, and that they are made responsible for delivering this new project, because the organization understands that with their understanding they will be able to deliver much better than any other new resources or new hired resources. So that gives them a sense of pride, a sense of recognition, and they feel connected with the organization's vision and mission. Now along with this comes the last part, is the promoting part. The organization should never hesitate. The heads of the business, heads of the department, heads of the business, and the strategies and every other part should never hesitate to promote the right kind of productive people in the due courses. They are KRAs and they are KPIs, their job responsibility, what was expected out of them needs to be reviewed on a very timely basis, and very precisely, and they have to be given feedback, they have to be heard out also. Many a times, if an employee has failed to deliver a certain deliverable, could be that there was a hindrance within the process which was hindering his deliverables, right? Many a times we have seen that the internal process do face internal conflicts with one another. The HR policy might not be aligned with the a department's policy, or the or software development department policy might not be aligned to the release, the new software release department, or the graphic user interface department. If when that kind of alignment is not there, a single employee faces a lot of hindrances to deliver his best. Now it is the job of the organization heads, right, whosoever is heading the process, the department, or the team, they need to hear out the employees point of view. And it is not only during the reward and recognition, there have to be a constant feedback, right, and a kind of like a live data feed wherein the employees can put their inputs in real time, and the organization needs to work on those on real time. And it is no sense, it does not make any sense. And when an employee is given a feedback after 6 months or 8 months of his whole work being done, and because that by that time the employee has already done the complete job. Rather to that, so it actually boils down to a loss on both the side, on the employers and the employee side, because now nothing can be undone. Also, the employee have this mindset like, if I were going in the wrong direction, or if I were not aligned to your objective of the project, why was not I given a feedback 2 months back or 3 months back or 6 months back, when the process was in the initial stage, or when I could have remolded my thinking structure, or the work pattern, or the deliverables, how we synced within the team, how we communicated within the team. So the thing is, there is a sense of discontentment in the mind of the employees. So the organization needs to find out if a suitable time when the review of the employees needs to happen, and this has to happen religiously, because then also the employees gets into the understanding that in the coming months, so and so month, like let's say in the coming month of July or August, my performance is going to be reviewed, and it would be a complete learning process for me, wherein I'll be given a feedback. I can talk about my problems, and working on those. Again, my performance would be reviewed, and I can put out more effort, more life into my work, and after completion of the another 6 months, there would be promotion, there would be recognition, there would be a hike, or there would be benefits, provided that I go extra mile and put up an effort. Now, is on the employee's part, it cannot be like, okay, I'm just staying in the organization for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months or 2 years or 5 years, so this promotion has to come automatically to me. That is a very, very lazy way of thinking about your achievement. Why wait for 5 years? Why wait for 3 years? Why not I get my promotion in 1 year, and provided that I put up the best effort, I take the process to the new heights, I deliver my best, I motivate my team members, I coordinate among the process, I align the departments, and I get the project done beforehand or in a better way, so that my effort gets recognized. Now, when that starts happening, you see, the employees, we in one of the videos, we talked about commanding the promotion, not demanding it. So when the employees starts commanding the promotion with their performance, with their hard work, it is really, really a much, much better growth scenario for any organization, because then the employees are streamlined to the process, streamlined to the growth of the organization, and they can see directly their growth being correlated with the organization. Now that is the best part, wherein they see that the more effort I put, the organization grows. More the organization grows, my responsibility grows. More responsibility means a higher salary, means a higher reward, means a higher roles, and scope for learning, scope for delivering. And the more I deliver, I keep on moving up the ladder, so there is no stagnancy, so there is scope of growth within this organization. So better I stay within this organization and grow, rather than looking out for a job opportunity outside the organization. So the final point is for the organization, or for the management people, for the directors, for the decision makers, that you need to promote your employees based on their productivity, based on their performance, based on their deliverables, and this reward has to come followed by a review. When the employees are reviewed constantly, they believe that their productivity is being counted upon. That is the reason it is being reviewed, because the management is looking forward to growth, right? And on basis of that review, my whole pay package, or the salary, or the rewards, or the job responsibility is going to be realigned, restructured, and I will have more scope for growth. So for management people, as I mentioned, these 3 points are very, very crucial. Like first is keeping note of all those productive people who are putting up a lot more effort than the others, and who are putting up a lot more thoughts, who are trying to improve the process, who are bringing in more than what was expected out of them, right? Second is the promotion part. First part is keeping a note of them. Second part is looking for new opportunities by the organizations for placing this new productive people, these resources into new ventures, into new responsibilities, so that not only their reward and recognition cannot just change instantly with the same thing going on and on. When they are being moved upon to a greater responsibility, more deliverables, and when they are putting up an extra effort, then only that can happen. So the organization needs to look out for opportunities, more internal job posting, more new positions creation, more responsibilities, more product development, and aligning resources according to those. So when organization is keeping a note of the productive people, looking out for opportunity to place these productive people into new ventures, into new kind of process for betterment of the organization and their betterment and better utilization. See, the employees also put forward a lot of better effort, and that comes to the third point to the management is like the promotion part. Promoting the right productive people is the best reward that you can do to an employee, to make him feel connected, to feel make him feel empowered, to make him feel valued. So we have all heard this statement like people do not leave the organization, they leave their bosses. But I would like to add to this is it is not very thoughtful or logical to leave an organization just because your boss is not recognizing your hard effort or is identifying your effort. You need to understand the effort that you put constantly. When it constantly uh, brings substantial profitable change in terms of revenue, in terms of new clients, in terms of new better customer experience, see, your name cannot be overlooked. It cannot be just ignored by even your immediate boss, because trust me, in the meeting he would face this question as to, well, this project went so good, this project earned us so better profit, like who was working on this project. And when that happens, you have all the scope to go and talk to them about what you did. Go up to them with a presentation with facts and figures, and mention that how lucky you feel given this opportunity, and that you're looking for more opportunities in the coming days to bring forward more such occasions of success. So that will ensure your promotion, that will ensure that the organization grows, and that will ensure a healthy system within the organization. Now, with that note, today we wrap up this morning session of Morning Vibes, and I again mention you that we have revamped our YouTube channel. It has a lot of motivational videos which you can go through, and we believe they would literally help you if you're looking for a new job change, or if you're looking for a better creating a better work experience within your existing job. So it does not always have to be outside the organization. We have many videos which inspires you or motivates you to stay within your organization and deliver your best. So with that note, today I sign off. Thanks a lot for liking our Facebook page, which is Career Counseling Online. And as I always mention, please do join our LinkedIn group, which is Career Counseling Online. It's a very, very interactive group. We have a lot of discussion, polls, and exchange of ideas, exchange of write-ups happening there. And of late we are posting new job opportunities also there. So we just hope that this will help. And do not forget to visit our website, which is careercounselingonline.co.in, and please share your feedback. Please write to us if you are facing any challenge, if you want to get any points spoken about in this morning vibes, or in the mindset sessions wherein we talk about with entrepreneurs, right? Or even the live sessions wherein we go into a live session with many renowned professionals from diversified fields and work on that. So with that note, today I wish you all the best. Do take care and have a wonderful day yourself. Take care. Bye bye. And with the end note, learn, contribute, and evolve.